You'll hang for the mess you made out there.
Well, just a few days ago, maybe 2 or 3, it was just released that the Oculus Rift is likely to cost more than $350. To me, I'm not really surprised by this, but it has created a sort of rift. Ooh, ironic. There was a pun there, and I wasn't even expecting to do it. Now that's when you know you've just got charisma. Charisma. But seriously, it has caused a rift in the gaming community, just slightly. There are 2 schools of thought on the price. One school of thought is, it costs too much money. This is bullshit. What a joke. It's gonna cost me $500 in Canada. Suck my dick. And the other school of thought is, I tried the Rift, and it was fantastic. I'll pay any price. I'm more in the camp of, I understand why it costs this much. When you look at it realistically from a technological standpoint, and from the fact that most PC gamers, let's say, I don't see console guys jumping behind this. I see console guys immediately screaming, the first words out of their mouth is, fuck this, Sony has a 3D thingy coming out soon, I'm gonna buy that. Whereas to the PC gamer understands that quality costs. Like, when I looked at the price for the Rift, my initial first thought was $350, fuck that. And then I looked at my computer and thought, shit, I paid damn near $350 for my i7-4970K last year. So, yeah, maybe I can't throw any stones. My GTX 980 Ti was a reference model with the kit added on top of it for water cooling that jacked me up to almost $800, or around the $750 range. Like, really, if I list off the parts of my computer, it's pretty fucking expensive. So a Rift for $350, and I think it comes with an Xbox One controller, doesn't seem that far-fetched to me. Yes, this is a niche sort of audience it will apply to, but I honestly think that if it is capable of doing VR correctly, this could revolutionize gaming, quite possibly. It could bring in a new era of everything, which is exciting on one level and scary in the other. What do I mean by this? When you really, really, really think about it from a philosophical standpoint as to how human beings interact with one another, with technology today, it has really created this sort of weird anti-socialism with most people. What am I saying? Well, have you ever noticed how people used to make phone calls? You know, remember when you could just call somebody and talk to them? Now people just want you to text them. Now, the funny thing about text messages is the fact that it's instant messaging. You know, it's not like the motherfucking Pony Express. We're not talking about the days of, USPS, when you used to write someone a letter and you had to wait 4 to 5 days for them to get it and then reply to you. Now with instant messaging and email, etc., it's instant gratification. Now, my issue here is this has created a sort of weird thing in people where they're not too good in social situations, where people aren't too interested in meeting other people and hanging out and would rather stay at home or something. You know, there's a lot of just this weird sort of odd socialism going on now. I just can't wrap my mind around it. You know, and the sad thing is with these instant messages, you ever notice like when you're talking to someone, they don't get back to you instantly? Which, that's the whole point of an instant message. So it creates this sort of lack of appreciation for someone else's existence in your life, or the lack of being a social creature, which you are as a human being. Now, I know this is quite an odd tangent that is completely in left field and has nothing to do with gaming and so on and so forth. But, you know, it worries me. Like, I could just picture a world where, you know, right now I have to deal with people. You ever been to New York City? Well, you drive around, you just try and take a turn, and some asshole will walk right in front of your car with their phone right up in their fucking face and don't hear shit. Or, you know, people dying from walking around with their headphones in their ears, blasting music so loud they can't hear a fucking train coming and it hits them. I'm serious. These are news stories. Now, imagine a world where there are assholes walking around with their phone and a big-ass Oculus Rift on their fucking face, and you're trying to get to work, and this douchebag is trying to fucking enjoy the beautiful sunset through VR instead of in real life. That's all I'm saying. This could create those sort of issues, but hopefully I'll be dead before that day comes, because I'll be a really grumpy old man then. Let's get back to news. In an interview road2vr.com, Lucky Pictured said the unit is roughly in that ballpark, but it's going to cost more than that. That's because the consumer unit will have more technology and features behind it than the first and second developer kits did. It's just the reality that when you make this thing, you have to decide what trade-offs you're going to make. Lucky told roadtovr.com, are you going to optimize for the absolute lowest price possible, even if it's going to be a lower quality experience? In Lucky's views, the answer is no. We need to put a stake in the ground and say, this is the best possible experience that we were able to make. No compromises were made in terms of quality, he explained. Lucky expands on his answer more at road2vr.com. You know, just in case you haven't got it already, they want you to click this link. But the gist of it is, Oculus seems more worried by the possibility of disappointing new users with skimpy tech than they are by frightening them off with chunky price tags. I guess from that sense, they're on the right sort of... they're on the right road, because frankly, if it's good enough, people will pay for it. I mean, look at the Bugatti Veyron. They're always sold out. Always. It's a $300 million car, and they can never have them in stock. So essentially, if something's good enough, people will pay. They will pay. Hell, people who are rich will probably buy 2 or 3 for the household. So they are on the right path. They'll be fine. Whereas to the people who are broke are going to be very put off by this. And most likely, they're like, you know how there's console wars? Bet you dollars to donuts, there's going to be like VR wars. Like, they're going to be people like, oh, I've got my Samsung VR. It's just as good. Fuck you, loser. Your Samsung VR is just your phone attached to a connector in your face, faggot. Oculus Rift for life. Then there'll be the guys that are in there like, whatever, man. My Sony VR is just as good as yours, and it's at less than half the price. There'll be terms like VR peasants. That's what's coming next. Oh, well. Well, let's see. For those on a budget, there's the Gear VR announced at $99 at Oculus Connect. But the device also requires a Samsung smartphone. Oh, ironic. I was just making a joke, and there it is in my face. In terms of competitors, the Vine from Valve and HTC has yet to be priced, but it will ship with controllers, which Oculus Rift will not. Those won't arrive until a quarter after VR launch. Okay, so the Rift doesn't come with an Xbox controller. I thought it did. Yeah, well, whatever. I don't care. I'm not getting paid for it. Frankly, what do you feel? Are you actually going to go for this? I mean, I don't know. I might try it, but I don't know if I'd buy it. I really don't know if I'd buy it. I mean, like, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold on. VR porn. Oh my God, I'm sitting on a gold mine. I gotta get on this. ASAP. I'll catch you people later. I just had a moment of zen. I'm about to be fucking rich. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, but it won't matter. After I make VR porn, I'm gonna be fucking loaded. Smut King, here I come, baby. I am Mr. Papa Giorgio.